And we're back again at the Roje Roundtable. I'm joined by Roje contributing critic Jesse Oxfeld and executive producer Brian Scott Lipton.
Hello, Meredith.
And we're here for our Tony nominations roundtable. It's the big celebration, big time of year. And we're going to try to get through a few of the big categories right into it. Jesse, I'm going to go for you for who you're rooting for best play.
It's a tough category because three of the contenders I think are just fantastic. Hand to God is both hilariously funny, dark, and meaningful. Disgraced, which won the Pulitzer Prize last year, is a really serious and also funny play that grapples with some real stuff. Wolf Hall is very worthy. I didn't enjoy it as much. But I have to go with Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, which I just saw again last weekend. And it is such a wonderfully put together piece in every way, with the performances, the staging, and it really moves you seeing it. And I think that's going to win, and I hope it's going to win.
I'm rooting for Hand to God, but Curious was incredible. Curious was absolutely
And I
incredible.
totally respect your Hand to God.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sticking with the play categories, Brian, who are you rooting for best actor in a play?
Well, sticking with the Curious Incident theme, I am rooting for Alex Sharp, who plays the lead character. But I think it is, I mean, there are a lot of remarkable men in this category. But for this 25-year-old just out of Juilliard grad to do his first performance on a stage, playing a 15-year-old autistic teenager and making me believe every single second of what he does, I think that puts him at the top of this class. And I think it would be such a great Cinderella moment if there's one for a man to have him win.
And I will say once again, I'm going to stick with Team Hand to God here, and I'm rooting for Stephen Boyer to win for his performance in Hand to God. So sticking with play, Jesse, I'm coming back to you for who you're rooting for actress in a play, best actress in a play.
I personally am rooting for Elizabeth Moss in the Heidi Chronicles. Oh, look, how conveniently I have a prop here. I thought she was really good in that role, and I also thought the production and the play, which I hadn't seen before this staging of it, was such a good piece, which of course we all know it is, and so well mounted. I thought it felt incredibly relevant today. And I just thought it was a worthy play that didn't get a shot. I thought she was really good in it.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on to musical. Best musical, I'm rooting for Fun Home, because I just think this is an extraordinary and revolutionary piece for musical theater and for Broadway, to have the first time in history for a lesbian protagonist to be on a Broadway stage. This and Hand to God to be on Broadway this year. I think it's showing a nice turn of tides for Broadway and what Broadway can offer. Brian, what is your vote? Your root for best actor in a musical.
Well, yes, my root for it is Robbie Fairchild. Because again, let's say I'm a little bit of a sucker for a Cinderella story. And while this man, I have been lucky enough to see at his home in New York City Ballet and is a brilliant ballet dancer, as is proven in American in Paris, the fact that he proves himself really a triple threat, a decent, if not amazing actor, a very fine singer, a very fine singer, and an enormous presence, and to follow in the footsteps of Gene Kelly in an iconic role and actually make it his own. I don't think there's anybody else anywhere who could do that.
All right, well, but for best actress in a musical, I know, Jesse, you said we won't be angry, but I'm going to break that streak, because for best actress in a musical, I am rooting for Chita Rivera in The Visit, and I will be angry if Chita does not win.
What about Kelly O'Hara? It's her turn. She's been nominated like 47 times, and they keep letting someone else win because next year's going to be her year. Next year's going to be her year.
This is the performance of a lifetime, and it
is
is
a very
just
mediocre show.
I don't agree with you at all about that. I don't agree with you at all. I thought it was incredible. I thought she was incredible, and I loved it from beginning to end, and I feel really blessed that I got to see this show.
The reason I'm a bigger person than you is I will not be upset if Chita Rivera wins. Of course, she's Chita Rivera. This show is built around her.
There will be a riot in my apartment if she does not win.
That's what I'm saying.
What, you're going to loot your own apartment?
There will be fires on the Upper West Side.
I'm rooting for Kelly O'Hara. I will not be sad to see Chita Rivera win. You are selfish, and will only be happy if Cheetah Rivera wins.
You want to call that selfish or fine? Well, we'll all be watching, and I encourage everyone to be there on Tony Night, Sunday, June 7th, on watching CBS at 8 o'clock to see what I'm sure will be a wonderful and competitive show, and we can find out who will win then.
And we will
And we'll be okay regardless of what happens.
Yes.